From Giuseppe's studio, it's the Lombardi and JP Talk Sports interview series. Today, Lombardi and JP Talk Sports with 2025 NCAA Division I National Champion, LSU Tigers relief pitcher. That's right, national champ. It is off the hizzy today in the studio. Our guest is Maverick Rizy. Mav, welcome to the show.
Thanks you guys. I'm happy to be here.
Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for being here.
Mav, this is cool. I remember you in Little League, so to have you here to be a national champ and hosting you on our podcast is pretty humbling. So
No, it feels like just yesterday those days.
it's awesome. Awesome.
Yeah, so Mav, we got to start right there with being a national champ. How does it feel? Like, we have no clue. We couldn't even get close enough to sniff a national championship or know what it feels like to be a champion. So you got to tell us, what does it feel like to be a national champ? And has it sunk in yet? It's only been, a little over a month, right?
Yeah, it's, I had to take a week for myself just because everything happened so fast between the parade and, the celebrations we had at school. But, after that week, it's the one thing that kept sticking out to me was that dog pile and you did this with all your 40 teammates, like your brothers to you. And, it's special. It's like, that's a moment that, like a core memory to me that I'll always remember. But, take the national championship aside, it's, you got friends for life. And it's a bummer that some of those guys are gone because I'll miss them every day. But, we're always keeping in contact. And, but it was a special group, really special.
Well, it's hard because you're going to miss them because they're going to the major league. Yeah. Man, they're going to major league.
I already bought 2 jerseys.
Yeah. So, Mav, obviously you're from Sturbridge, and it's amazing to have a local hero out here. And why LSU? How did that decision come about? Where else were thinking? Where are the other offers? Walk us through that.
Yeah, so I was originally committed to UConn. I committed freshman year, after freshman summer. And then
I am loving this. Talk more. Talk more.
But Lombardi, how this ends.
Scott, it's my turn. Talk more.
So then fast forward to junior summer. I was playing with Canes national, like a scout team out of Virginia. And I decided to reopen my process. A lot of things went into it. And, my dad always told us loyalty was number one. And so it was hard, super hard. And then, I heard some things down the grapevine of potential coaches leaving. And I was like, all right, maybe this is a sign to me to potentially look elsewhere. So when I reopened, I kind of, there was 3 things that really, I wanted to have in my next school was, a place that felt like a second home to me, like that feeling I got at Worcester Academy. As long as, great baseball program, of course. And then, lastly, just like those coaches having that family aspect. So I narrowed it down. I went on 3 visits. I went to Vanderbilt, LSU, and then Mississippi State in that order. Both other schools that I visited were amazing. Loved them as well. But, stepping on LSU's campus, it's different. Everyone talks about that purple and gold culture, but, you truly feel it when you're driving up from New Orleans from the airport and you see purple and gold flags everywhere. And then, just aside from that, even the coaches, like 1 through, I think there's 6 or 7 of them that have a role on the coaching staff. And, it's all family to them at the end of the day. And Coach Yeski, the pitching coach, it reminded me a lot of my dad. He's a family guy. He's got a daughter. And just the way he goes about his business, the way he coaches, reminded me a lot of that. So, like, knowing that I have that relationship with him already was huge to me. And Coach Johnson, he won a national championship 2 weeks prior, and he came up to Sturbridge, Massachusetts.
Wow, no kidding.
Wow.
Walked up the driveway in his suit. We didn't even tell him he parked in the turnaround, which is a good 100 feet from the house, and he's walking up the driveway. And we talked then, and I knew it then. Like, this is home for me.
Pretty cool. Pretty cool story. Thanks for sharing.
So after like signing on with LSU, like now that you arrived in Louisiana, and I'm a lifelong LSU fan, so like it's an honor to hang out with an LSU alum. But so what is it like to put on the purple and gold for the first time? Like when you play for this historic program where they won 8 championships. And obviously getting off the one you just won last year, this season, and 2 years ago they won one. And so it's like, what is it like to put on that purple and gold for the first time?
I think it definitely had to look myself in the mirror twice when I first put it on first game day because, you think about the greats before you. I mean, the first one that jumps out to me is Skip Ertman. He's what started this amazing team and culture and just winning culture again. Like, before him, the LSU wasn't what it was. And, you know, that's what you think about when you put it on. And then, you know, the recent greats like Paul Skeens, Dylan Cruz, Trey Morgan, all those guys, you know, they're around the facilities all the time. But, like, you truly think about, like, you're sharing a uniform and a culture and a brotherhood with these guys. And it's special. I mean, you know, I didn't know much about the purple and gold culture until I got down there, like I said. But it's different. It's special for sure.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, Mav, obviously, you know this is coming up. Kade Anderson, you know this guy?
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, hold on. You know this kid?
Great kid.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to ask about him. Third round, I believe. I'm sorry.
Third overall.
Third
overall, yeah.
Excuse me, third
Don't
overall.
disrespect the kid.
Hold on.
He's special.
All right.
2 kids went before him.
Hold on one second. Third overall, Seattle Mariners, your teammate. He's a senior. You're a freshman.
Sophomore.
I'm sorry. He's a sophomore. You're a freshman. Tell me, was he a mentor of yours? What was the relationship? Tell us about him. Our fans want to know.
Yeah, I mean, 100% a mentor. You know, 3 names stick out to me when I think of mentors to the freshmen: Kade Anderson, Anthony Ianson, and Chase Shores. You know, those are 3 guys picked in the top 3 rounds of this year's draft. And they, you know, they could have took the easy road and just went about their business on their own. But you're struggling, they're coming over to find you and go on a walk with you. Hey, let's go get food. Go talk about stuff. You know, I had a tough time living so far away from home in the beginning. And, you know, Chase is another one that sticks out to me. Became like my best friend down there. And, you know, just made the adjustment so much easier. But back to Kade, you know, he's a pro in everything he does. Like I was telling him earlier, you know, you watch him in the weight room and you're like, all right, I'm doing my business like this kid. I mean, take away like the pitcher that he is on the field. But, you know, just an amazing human being again. And, you know, I'm going to miss him a lot. But he's always a phone call away. You know, I get back done after a game in Brewster, and he's about to get drafted next day. And he texts me, he's like, dude, see you're killing it on the Cape. Like, keep going, big man. Like, miss you, dude. Like, you know, that means more to me than any baseball accolade or anything that he can get just because he's a great human.
Hey, so is it safe to say that one of those jerseys that you already have might be a Seattle Mariner jersey?
It is Seattle Mariners number 32. Yeah.
That's
Cool.
awesome.
Very cool.
nice.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. So I know you mentioned Nate Yeski as your pitching coach, and obviously he has accolades on his own as a pitching coach, and he's won prior to LSU, and he's won at LSU as well. But what about Jay Johnson? Like you talked about him coming to Sturbridge, but like he's a phenomenal manager, and he's got one of the best pitching coaches in baseball. And how do they pair together? How is that a thing? Like, it should be illegal in college sports.
1,000% should. I mean, you know, honestly, I'm grateful. Obviously, I'm grateful for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fact that Coach Johnson and Coach Yeski are working together on the same team, like you said, should be illegal. But you know, Coach Johnson, like I said, just a family guy. And you know, I actually was able to come up and surprise my brother for his graduation, all because of him. We had practice that day, and I went up to him just with a thought. I was like, hey, my brother's graduating tomorrow. Like, do you think it would work out if he's like, go. Like, I want you to go be there for him. Like, you know, that he almost had me in tears right at that moment. And, but you know, he focuses on the game a lot, but then his whole thing is mindset. It's, like Hal said earlier, it's 60 feet, 6 inches, same game that you've always been playing. And he just tries to simplify it and, you know, bring you into like that mental state of where don't try to make this a big thing because you got 14,000 people screaming at you during a game. It's same game as Little League, and it'll be the same game at the next level. And you know, I think that's huge for freshmen, especially.
And watching you guys through the run of the World Series, like he's so like Jay Johnson's like so cool, calm, and collected. Like you don't ever see him kind of get like razzed or like upset like that much. I mean, behind the scenes you might see it, but like on TV or watching as a fan, it's like he seems so like just like set on the game, like focused, you know, and to win like, you know, 2 championships in 4 years, like he has to be know his stuff, you know, and it's like, it was just, you guys had an incredible run this year, and it was awesome to watch you guys, you know, and watch that, you know, Kade Anderson, like you talk about it, he pitched amazing in that playoff run, and especially in Game 1 of the World Series, and you were warming up, you know what I mean, in that 6th inning,
Ready to go.
You almost came in for Kade Anderson,
Yeah.
you know, and then obviously, you know, he kind of settled down and threw lights out, you know, and pitched the complete game. But like, what was it like, you know, coming in, you know, from a bullpen session? You know, you might be coming into the World Series Game 1-0.
Yeah.
You know, what did that feel like?
You know, it's I said this in an interview prior. It was like, I always dreamed about going to Omaha, not even just playing, but as a fan, like just to experience that. And then, the first time we stepped on the field, it really was it just hit me like, holy crap, like we're here, and we're not just here to get here, we're here to win this thing. But that moment when I was warming up, I can't lie, like I was nervous as ever. Butterflies going, and we always laugh at Coach Chesky. He always says, get those butterflies flying in formation before you go out there, but I don't think they were flying in formation that night. But I mean, just to be there and like look out and see it, it's my parents always tell me what section they're in so I can try to find them, but that night you can't find them.
Is that good or bad?
Awesome.
It is
I
awesome.
love seeing
Okay.
them there, yeah.
It doesn't make you more nervous, like, oh man, there's mom and dad. You know what I mean? Or
I think if anything, it's like you got your people there.
Oh, good.
And when stuff goes south or goes good, you want your people to be there. So
Yeah.
I think it calms me down, if anything. But
very cool.
I tried to look up, couldn't see them, and only saw 26,000 other people there. And I was like,
Do you have like a special salute to your parents? They know it's when you do something like tap your hat or something, or what? Do you have anything?
so typically after we watch the starting pitcher warm up, and then we all walk down as a pitching staff to the home dugout or away dugout or wherever we are. But I nodded my head. I usually nod my head at my dad, and then I did it to my mom one time, and she's like, "No, you can still wave to me, not just because you're here. Like you can still wave." So I got to make sure I still wave to her.
All right, good. That's awesome.
Yeah, you do what mom says, right?
You
Always
have to.
follow mom's rules.
Always.
And I feel like that's going to take the same way of business at the next level too. Mom's going to expect the wave from you. So
100. And she's always up there taking her pictures. I'm like, we got people that take the good pictures. She's like, I want my own now.
But they're not mom's pictures.
Oh, no.
Mom
She's
takes her own
zooming in
picture.
with it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
She likes what she likes. She knows what she likes. All right. Once again, we are here with now LSU sophomore, right? You're officially a sophomore now. The
Officially a
freshman
sophomore.
year is done.
Mark the box.
Still national champ, LSU relief pitcher Maverick Rizy from Sturbridge, Massachusetts. Mav, we're talking about the World Series, your experiences. What will you take out of everything that happened at the World Series in Omaha? What will stick with you?
Like I said, that dog pile, but then also, sitting in that locker room with everyone after, it's like a big debrief. You just sit there. We had cigars going and people are taking pictures. But, I look to my roommate next to me, Kason Evans. I'm like, dude, we just did it. Like, we talked about this on day one when we moved in, and we didn't even know each other really. And now probably one of my best friends. And we just sitting there debriefing, just laying back and just trying to soak it in and take in every second that we can. But, it just all happens so fast. And when you try to sit there and soak it in, it still goes by fast. I mean, we look and we're already on the bus. We're heading back to the hotel. There's 5,000 people at our hotel cheering us on as we come in.
Awesome.
I'm like, I see that amount of people. I'm like, there's probably, I don't even know how many people live in Sturbridge, but I think there's more on LSU baseball game than probably that live in Sturbridge. So it's just so different for me, growing up in a small town, small community. It was eye-opening for sure. And it's just, like, I can't even find the words to describe that, like, feeling of after winning it and, like, finally, like, completing the job. I guess the only thing I can say is it makes you hungry for the next one. It's like you feel that feeling, you just want it again.
No doubt. No doubt. And we're going to be watching you this year.
Yeah.
We're going to expect big things. Biggest adjustments from high school to Division I ball. It must be night and day, obviously night and day, especially at LSU. I mean, not that your high school ball wasn't amazing, but I mean, how do you transition to that? Like, what are the adjustments you make?
Yeah, I mean, as far as the game, just trying to keep it the same. I mean, you're on an elevated crowd, and people are love you 1 second, and then they're bashing you when you do bad. So just trying to eliminate that noise was a huge adjustment. You go from a Worcester Academy game with maybe 60 people, including parents and everyone, and now you're sitting there with 14,000. It shakes you at first, and but like as far as adjustments wise, I feel like the biggest thing that for me was just the fact that the amount of resources we had. We walk in and we have protein shakes made for us. We want a massage, you get a massage. Like you have every resource to be the best version, pitcher, player, person like you could ever have. And I think just trying to take advantage of those resources and just truly put everything into this process and, buy in for however long it is, 2, 3, 4 years.
Yeah, it's awesome. Pretty awesome.
So like, how do you like through this process, like obviously come from Sturbridge to LSU, it's like you said, it's a huge change. How do you stay grounded? Like, how do you stay focused and all that? Because it comes with some kind of pressure.
Yeah.
And especially with like your other staff, right? And your other guys in the bullpen, you're competing against your teammates to get that time, right? So how do you stay grounded and like you focus and in execute out there? How's that?
Yeah, I'd say the first thing, just like I feel like it's been mentioned so many times, but I am so grateful for the support system I have with my brother, mom, and dad. But then just finding your group at school, like, yeah, we are competing against each other for roles and whatnot, but it was never really about that this year. It was all about just doing whatever the team needs of me to win on that day. And if that meant sitting there for 9 innings and being the best teammate and cheerleader you could be for your teammates, that's what your role was, and you better do great at it. And I think, first meeting, I remember coach wrote on the board 2 things: team over me. That's it. And, just the fact that you have 40 guys bought into that, it was special in its own.
That's awesome.
You're playing with these studs, and, I think about it like Chase Shores. He started out as a starter for us and then got moved to the bullpen, and just whatever the team needed of him, he did it. And, you look up to that as a freshman.
True teammate.
True teammate.
Yeah.
I mean, on and
True
off the field.
good person.
100%.
That's not easy to do. I
Not
mean,
at all.
You know what I mean? And for them to
He
do
embraced it 100%.
Having said that, what does your off season look like, and what do you want to improve on for your sophomore year? What do you think your direction is going to be coming up?
Yeah, so I went to the Cape for 2 weeks, got a couple appearances out there. A dream of mine to even put on a Cape Cod League uniform. So did that. Now I'm home for a little bit and just trying to get reset before I move back down. But as far as next fall, just everyone's always chasing command. So just trying to improve overall command and then work on a new pitch, change up. So I think those are kind of the 2 big focuses, and also just building up stamina. I hoping to start, so trying to get myself in that starter mindset and get a workload on me in the fall, so I'm more prepared for that in the spring.
Yeah, I was going to ask, is that something you're going to hopefully transition to? I know you're in the bullpen, but is that something that they're looking for you to do? To start?
Definitely. I mean, it's I was a starter in high school, and everyone wants to start, but again, like that whole motto of team over me, whatever my role ends up being after the fall and spring, after the early spring, I should say, that's what it will be, and I'll be 100% happy with it. But going into it, I want to start. I want that job.
I think you are.
Yeah. What's the process of like learning a new pitch? Is it have you thrown change up before in high school? So are you trying to perfect it now, like trying to bring it back in your arsenal to like, because obviously you throw a pretty fast fastball, right? It's pretty quick. So having that change up could be deadly as a starter to get you through more innings. So like, what do you? How's that process go with Nate Yeski that tell you, hey, we want to bring this back into your game?
Yeah, I think just being consistent with it. It's finding that feel that you felt on one and being able to repeat it for however many pitches. It's a tough process. I mean, for my brother, changeup came easy to him, and that was one pitch I always saw him throw, and I was like, all right, I need that, and I try to replicate it, but it's been a struggle for me. But I'm starting to get the hang of it. But I mean, we have all the resources, like I said, with like cameras and whatever, like data system, like tracking systems for the ball. So I mean, just being down there, and I mean, just like the old school way, even too, with just a pitching coach that knows so much stuff. And I mean, it's tough to not get something when you got all those working with you.
Yeah. So if Nate Yeski can't do it, I know a guy named Kyle could probably help you out with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
I'm sure he could give you some pointers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like he's the one that got me here.
Yeah.
He was the pitching coach in high school.
Shout out to Kyle Rizy. You know,
gotta shout him out.
Yeah.
Older brother, huh? Taught the younger brother everything he knows.
Yeah, always. I mean, I was always trying to be better than him. So I mean, he was. He's laughing over
that brother rivalry. You know what I mean? I hear you.
It's a driving force.
We have a special addition to this show later on between the 2 brothers.
Good tease, Lombardi.
I'm gonna lock it up right now because I can say a few things that I'm not going
That's
to.
right. That's right. So if it's not posted yet, it will be posted. So keep an eye out. Come back for the brotherly love segment. We'll find out who thinks they're the best pitcher and who's got the best stuff. But Mav, so what pitches do you currently have in your arsenal? And JP mentioned, how fast on average is your fastball?
Yeah, so I got a 4-seam, sinker, sweeper, slider right now, and then changeup's the one that's
You working on?
yeah. Yep.
How fast is your sinker though?
Sinkers, so that's I mean, anywhere from 94 to 97, and then
That's it.
That's it, right?
Some days it gets up there, but typically around there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And the four-seamer straight out is how high you've been clocked?
Probably the fastest ever was 100, but
You
typically,
did reach triple?
Yeah,
Nice.
but
No,
typically,
hey, no big deal, right?
Yeah, I
No big
did
deal.
reach it once or twice, but you know.
I mean,
You got some movement though on your pitches.
I don't know if I could drive 100 miles an hour whenever I throw a baseball 100 miles.
My foot gets tired after, you know, 3
Wow.
seconds.
Wow.
I think it's tough when you're looking in the box and you got a #1 overall projected hitter next year. It's like you get some sort of adrenaline that you can't usually get most days. So I mean, it's definitely didn't feel like 100 coming out. And I walked off the field and looked back and I was like, oof.
Thank you, sir.
So with that said, so like obviously you're an elite athlete at the LSU campus. Was it like being a student at LSU and walking that campus? I mean, it's got to be. Everybody knows you. You're 6'9", right?
So
Like,
hold on
you must
before
stand out.
before he answers this question, I'm going to interrupt right now. I'd like you to look in the background, and his brother Kyle Rizy is dying back
Hey guys,
there.
keep it together back there, right? This is a serious conversation.
Dad is dying back there too. So I can't wait to hear how Mav is going to take care of this question right now. I just want you to know this.
Yeah.
You see what's going on?
This was not a setup.
This is
No,
That wasn't set up. Yeah.
This is a tough one. You
Yeah.
know? You don't know who's gonna watch. So I mean, I
Yeah.
hope my academic advisor doesn't watch this. But yeah, you're there to play baseball at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I don't.
All right, moving on. Yeah.
All right.
We'll cut that one.
We could edit that out, right?
Yeah.
If
No,
you have to.
leave it. That's the truth.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So having said that, I mean, it's not, we just talked about all these guys that are going to Major League Baseball from LSU, and it's not uncommon. Does that, obviously it crosses your mind. It has to cross your mind. And what are your thoughts about that? Is it something, it's obviously your dream, but how do you put that in perspective? And, is it something that you think could happen next year? Do you think it could happen your junior year? Where do you see yourself?
Yeah, I feel like, only time will tell, but, it's definitely a dream of mine. And, it's whenever the tough days happen I really don't want to work out today. It's, this is your dream. You got to work towards it. And so I think just always staying, humble and not thinking I'm ever close to it is what helps me so much. I always feel like I'm farther than I am because I want that motivation, that drive to, keep going on those hard days. And, just always outwork anyone that I can. But as far as, whether it's next year, junior year, senior year, whatever it is, when my time's ready, it's going to happen. And I just got to put my head down and keep going and keep working.
Are you going to remember the Lombardi and JP Talk Sports
100%.
podcast?
I'm going to vividly remember this Yankee ball.
Oh, hey, listen.
Yeah, when he's throwing on the
pretty
mound.
cool, right?
Listen,
At Yankee
it's
Stadium.
Cool.
Hey,
It's cool.
I got to tell you something. I had a conversation with your father earlier tonight, and he had told me a very cool story about a Yankee scout coming to your house.
Yeah.
Is this bringing back any memories? He came to your house and he had a big bling on his finger.
Oh my gosh.
Tell me about that ring, man.
It was big. Yeah. The fact that he wore it to my house, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
he's got a ring and I don't. That's pretty cool right there. Got to respect it.
Yeah.
He's got to respect
He
him,
was a
but
good guy.
Awesome guy.
Yeah.
Great guy.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, no, the Yankees there.
Did he bring up anything about you being from Massachusetts? Is this going to work? If this is a Boston, New York thing, or
I'll play for the Yankees any day of the week, but
we would love to have you.
we need you.
Yeah.
So if you say you do get drafted and you're sophomore because you're eligible next year, right? So like what starting pitcher or a bullpen guy or any MLB player, I should say, who would you want to be mentored by? Like, is there any guy anybody stands out that's on a current roster in the MLB that you would love to be under his wing, kind of like a Kade Anderson did for you at LSU?
I think it's kind of easy for both me and Kyle to say, our cousin Alex Cobb, he's currently with the Tigers right now. But I mean, he's been such a great mentor, baseball, non-baseball to me and my brother. So I feel like that's my person if I get into pro ball. And I don't know how many years he has left, but I always know he's still a phone call away. And we're so grateful to have him as an outlook in this whole process.
That's very, very cool, though.
Yeah.
And what team would you want to be drafted by if you had to choose? I know you'd be lucky, you'd be happy anybody, but what if you had to pick a team? Is it the Red Sox or
The
what is
Sox, baby, of
it?
course.
Sox? With that lineup, you want to go to the Sox?
100%.
You better pitch lights out.
Yeah. They do. They're like LSU fans. They switch up on you a little bit.
Yeah.
They always will root for you at some
Well,
point.
listen, the other thing I learned about you too is didn't you pitch already? You got a shot at Fenway Park. You pitched at Fenway Park. Tell us about it.
Oh, that was super cool. So that was a little thing with a bunch of local guys. The Yankee scout actually put it on.
No kidding.
Yeah, and we played against the Orleans Firebirds, the Cape Cod League team, and it was. I was walking in and I saw the signature in the other bullpen, and I was like, all right, you gotta respect it. Like that's super cool, and just to be thrown on that mound where all these greats have pitched, it's
Wow.
I had to take a step off and just like, holy crap! Like
Take a breath.
I'm here right now. Like usually I'm up there watching, cheering for people, but like just to be able to step on that same dirt was so special.
That's amazing, man.
That's really cool.
How many innings did you get to throw?
Oh, just one. It was more like a showcase style, so
Yeah.
just one, and then I think we had 7 innings, 7 pitchers.
Yeah, so all the more reason to slow it down, take it
Yes.
in. I'm standing on the mound at Fenway.
And I think I got a first pitch out, and I was like, all right, I got to really like. That's when I took the step off because I was like, all right, this could be over quick. Hopefully it is.
Do you strike somebody out?
No, line out, ground out.
Wow.
They were hard hit too. I was like, thank God those were caught.
And you were in high school at the time. How old were you at the time?
Got to be sophomore year. I was
Sophomore
young,
year.
sophomore.
And these were
junior.
Cape League college
Yeah,
players.
yeah.
Nice.
Current college kids at the time. Yeah,
Wow. And it was all high school. Was it all high school kids that were on your team that were playing against
Yeah.
the Cape League
all high school.
team?
It was
Nice.
super cool.
Nice. How'd you guys do? I know it was an exhibition, but remember?
I think we lost by 1. I want to say, if I can remember right. We lost, but it was really close.
It wasn't
yeah.
it wasn't because of you though. You know what I mean, 3.
Yeah, no runs.
3 outs, 1, 2, 3.
You did your job.
3 up, 3 down.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
awesome.
All right. Well, I guess we know then who you will be cheering for this fall. Hoping the Red Sox make it.
No doubt in my mind.
They're not gonna make it.
They just
Can
got
you
to
be
get
real?
the, getting the wild card.
Mav, come on. You can tell me the Red Sox are gonna make the playoffs.
I will never say.
They're not gonna
agree
make the
with you.
playoffs. Come on.
They got a chance. I think
With
they're gonna do
the
it.
Blue Jays,
Yeah, I think they're gonna do it.
Oh.
That wild card spot. That's all them.
we'll be lucky to make the playoffs. The Red Sox, there's no way.
You know, the way they've been playing, we got to talk about it. They are, they're on the 10-game heater, and then the All-Star break had to break them up, and then
You are a diehard.
Take
You are a
two from
diehard.
the Dodgers.
Dodgers, yeah.
Saw them lost, saw them win, went back-to-back days.
Yeah, who,
Going
They're
on
heading in
Monday
the right
again.
direction.
Yeah.
They're heading in a better direction than the Yankees are heading.
all right, who
in.
plays second base for the Red Sox right now?
Oh, geez. Here we go.
I mean, it switches.
who-
Sedan,
Thank you,
Rafaela,
thank you.
All right,
Sometimes
all
it's
right.
in there.
What was the first name? Wait a
Scotty
minute.
couldn't name him.
Time
Scotty
out.
couldn't name him.
Time out.
Like a month ago, you couldn't name
Not
anybody in the Red
Rafaela.
Sox.
What is the name he just said?
Sedan.
Rafaela. And I
Rafaela.
said, you asked me who played second. And I said Rafaela. And you said,
plays
no,
center
he's the
field, though.
center
Doesn't he play
field.
center field?
I mean, sometimes
on.
Duran's out there in center field.
But Duran plays
sometimes
left, I
Rafaela.
thought. That's left, and then he have
I went
Abreu on the and right.
So the day I went, Duran was in center. Rafaela was at second.
Yeah,
Because Marcelo just got hurt, so Story moved over. Bregman.
yeah.
Yeah,
You
it
had
always
Chris-
is
yeah,
switching.
Hey, that's more than Scotty P knew.
Yeah.
He didn't
See,
even,
he's got my back. He's got my back,
Wow.
Scotty.
he couldn't even
Wow.
name the starting
Yeah,
nine,
you were
man.
struggling.
Yeah.
You were struggling.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Now-
did I not say, we're going to rewind the tape and play it back because a lot of what he just said about they move people around a lot.
Yeah.
I said the exact
Well,
same thing.
Who started at second base this year?
Yeah, but you don't
know?
pitch for LSU, so we don't listen to a lot of what you say.
Touche.
So
Touche.
No disrespect, Scotty.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's
Yeah.
kind of cooler.
yeah,
I mean,
and he throws 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
A lot more than you throw.
Like you said, I'm lucky if I can drive. 100.
Yeah, yeah.
My car doesn't go that fast. So see the baseball go by my car as I'm driving down the highway. All right. Well,
So-
as a Red Sox fan, you're welcome back here anytime. Please.
No, I kind of feel outnumbered right now that my brother's switching up. I'm like, geez.
Wow, listen, you're
Stay strong.
oh man,
It's an honor to have Kyle Rizy as part of Yankee, the evil empire.
I
We
just
welcome
can't
him
even
to win.
believe those words are coming out
It's
of your
great,
mouth
isn't
right
it?
now. It's awful.
It's awesome.
terrible. We're
Yeah,
going to have a
yeah.
long conversation on the ride home.
All right.
oh god,
We're gonna buy him a Yankee hat and we're gonna sign it, Lombardi and JP. You know what I mean? A little
Won't
gift
sign
from
that
us.
one.
Come on. No, we're gonna sign it for Kyle. You know what I mean?
Go right ahead.
you.
Wear that. See where it ends up.
At a playoff game.
Try again.
Too soon?
No.
Soon.
well,
Gotta see what happens.
listen, I gotta bring this back to Alex Cobb, your uncle, correct?
Cousin.
Cousin. I apologize, your cousin. what has he been instrumental in your journey? And you chat with him often? Is he able to mentor you at all and give you advice? I mean, he's been through, he's been in the major leagues for quite some time now. He's played for a whole host of organizations. Has that helped you in any way, or
1,000%.
what do you think?
Yeah. So I mean, two winters ago, I went out with him for a whole month. I was in my 5th year of high school, so they're kind of lenient in the amount of time I spent at school. So I went out there for a whole month, and I trained with him every day.
Right.
Threw with him. I mean, just the thing I remember most from that, like take baseball out of it, was just sitting in the hot tub at night, just like having conversations with him about the struggles he went through, and if I ever go through these, like how he got through them. Those are like definitely things I put in my pocket, like to have forever. And but I mean, he's been unreal. It's been a couple weeks since I talked to him, but he's always a phone call away, and we'll always answer if he's not busy, and then if he is, he'll text me.
Does he ever get? I know he's busy, obviously, and I know he's fighting some injuries right now as well. But does he ever get down to LSU to see you play?
No, not yet.
Not yet, huh?
Hopefully, he's able to at some point. But
Yeah.
he definitely says he wants to.
That's awesome.
But it's tough being the same season.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was busy. He's too busy rehabbing, trying to get healthy.
I know.
The Tigers want him on the roster,
Tigers
in the
playing,
lineup.
playing well this year too. And I just want to say one last thing is that when I watched the Calls World Series Finals, I was with my best friend. His daughter goes to Coastal, and I got a lot of slack rooting for your boys. And it's like I gotta stay true to my team, but they were all wearing Coastal gear, and they have the worst mascot of all time. And I love that video y'all did on Instagram. Like, what is their mascot? You guys, nobody could name it. You know what I mean? Do you know what it is?
It's now I know it just because I heard it so much. Chanticleer. It's a rooster.
I guess
a rooster.
It's awful.
Wow.
It's awful.
Why don't they change that?
It's all.
It's terrible.
They should.
That's terrible.
And they were kind
Embarrassing.
of. They were definitely cocky going into that World Series and winning 22 straight games. You know what I mean? But you guys shut them up pretty quick with game one, that 1-0. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
First inning run, and then again it was awesome. So it was. I was with you guys all the way through that whole playoff run, and so you guys win. That was so cool seeing all the parents. And just in tears watching you guys win that World Series. That was so cool. So
yeah, that it was crazy. We did that whole lap after.
Yeah.
And I got to see my mom. He was up there. He gave me a wave. My aunt was there too. I mean, it's just like
how cool is that?
Another one of those things where it's like she got a picture of it, but like that is something I'll remember. That hug I gave my mom after, like, holy crap, we did it again.
Happened.
Like that's only
Happened.
3 words I can remember. Like we did it.
Wow.
It was crazy.
Wow, that's awesome, man! Congratulations. That was
Yeah,
so cool.
congrats. It's
was so
it's
cool.
pretty cool. Surreal.
Yeah,
right?
surreal for sure.
I mean, that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah. Did anybody else get visions of Chris Farley just then with JP saying that was awesome? That was awesome.
I hear you.
I
know I'm a big guy, but Jesus. Thanks, Scotty.
yeah.
Well, what better way to end the show, right?
I mean, I can't be a fan of LSU. I mean, it's pretty cool, man. I brought my
It was cool.
I
It
brought
was-
my
it was
old
awesome.
pennant. You know what I mean? I got to get it signed, by Mav and Kyle. It was pretty cool.
So Mav,
very lucky.
Quick
Very lucky.
End story for me. So JP and I have season tickets to the Dallas Cowboys, and I go to Dallas every other weekend of the games. And when we had met, he's like, "Oh, I would really love to go to a game and whatnot." And I'll never ask what game to go to, but if you could just take me. A week later, he's calling me, "Hey, can I pick a game that I can go to?" You know what I mean? I'm like,
It wasn't a week later, but
practically a week later. So
yeah.
I said, "Well, what game do you want to go to?" He goes, "Oh, I would really like to go see the Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals." And I'm like, "You know where I'm going with this."
Oh, yeah.
So this picture must be that. I said, "Why the hell do you want to go to see the Cincinnati Bengals?" At the time, and sure enough, he's like, "Well, I got to tell you, I'm a big Joe Burrows fan." I
How
said,
can you not be?
"Oh,
right?
God."
Right? Yeah.
So I said, "You got to be kidding me." So sure enough,
Jamar Chase, Terrell Collins, Joe Burrow.
I
all
heard
the
it all the
guys
way
were on-
down.
Yeah.
I didn't even think he was a Cowboy fan that weekend.
He gave me so much crap at the game. Like, you better not be rooting for the Bengals. I'm like, I cannot root for Joe Burrow. He's awesome.
He's the most likable
the
guy.
Cowboys won.
He's the coolest guy.
Yeah.
He's laid back.
Yeah.
He's
Coach O, man, that year.
Oh, my
God.
God.
That was the best, dude.
If I hear about Joe Burrows one more time,
Joe Burrow's great, dude.
Yeah, I know.
He's
I
awesome.
hear ya.
Yeah.
It's gonna make me want to puke.
Yeah.
That's a little Lombardi and JP inside joke. That is one of JP's favorite sayings. Oh, it makes me want to puke. I just want to puke. So
Why am I getting roasted? Like every show, I'm getting roasted.
When did this show turn into a JP
I
roasting?
know. This sucks.
Well, luckily, we're coming to the end of the show. Mav, thanks again. Listen, if you ever do get a chance to ask Joe Burrow if he wants to come on the Lombardi and JP Talk Sports podcast, don't do it. Don't ask him, please.
I'd have to come watch.
I totally disagree. If you could get that, make that happen, we totally appreciate it.
If you do make it happen, you'll be on the show too. We'll get you another spot right here, and you'll be on with us.
So there you go. You never know who is going to be the next guest on the Lombardi and JP Talk Sports podcast. Keep coming back often, checking it out. We have more entertaining, sporting, athletic, and interesting individuals who will be on the show. So stay tuned. Thanks for checking in with us. Thanks again, Mav, for being here. For Lombardi and JP, I'm Scotty P. Peace out.